Ladies and gentlemen, the Suffers.
We've been waiting for a while now, child. 'Cause you've been loving me for a while now, child. At times it seems like it may never come. No, but it'll all be worth it when it's said and done. So ooh, slow it down, just let it go now, baby. There's no need to rush tonight. There's no need to rush tonight. I know you're being so anxious 'cause you want me. But baby, slow it down because you got me, yeah. Just know that we are on our way, yeah. Need to know is that you slow it down, just let it go now, baby. Slow it down, no need to rush. Slow it down, just let it go now, baby. Yes. Now, yeah. My heart is calling, yeah. My heart is calling, yeah. My heart is calling, yeah. Don't you hear it, baby? Don't you hear it, baby? Don't you hear it, Don't you hear it calling out? Don't you hear it calling out? Yeah, say it's calling out. Yeah.
Which releases worldwide today, and joining me along with the rest of the band is vocalist Cam Franklin and bass player Adam Castaneda. Good morning. Wow, this is so cool. Okay, let me clarify something first, because I was telling people, I go, yeah, the Suffers are going to be on, and someone goes, you mean the Sufferers? I go, well, no, the Suffers. You mean the Sufferers. And so we start looking it up, and we see both online. So what's the deal?
Well, technically, both are kind of true.
Okay.
When we originally started, we were called the Sufferers, and the Sufferers is actually the correct way to say it, but it's not the easiest way to say it. The Sufferers. I remember when I told my mom what the band was called, she's like, oh, that Sufferer. And I was like, okay, yeah, this isn't easy to say.
Where'd the name come from?
It comes from a late 70s movie called Rockers. It's about Jamaican musicians.
Yeah.
And there's a line where he says, I and I suffer. He's trying to sell records, so he's saying that all the musicians are just suffering. Yeah. They're hustling.
Right. Well,
so that's what we were doing.
Y'all aren't suffering anymore. And you talk about hustling, and there comes a point, I remember when Yolanda Adams, she was a teacher by day, and she was singing in the club at night, right? But anyway, her principal, she would come in late all the time. Her principal said, you're going to have to make a decision, one or the other, and so she stepped off the curb. You all left your day jobs. Yeah, about a year ago, you left your day jobs, didn't you?
Yes, actually, I'm pretty sure my old office is watching this morning. Thank you so much for supporting me and everybody that we worked with. I know it wasn't easy to work with us, but we really, really, really appreciate everybody at our old jobs that were patient with us.
Let me just say, when we say they quit their day job, it wasn't like they were like, selling radio tires on the side of the road. Okay, we had like NASA engineers, energy energy analyst? Like, what were you doing?
I was the energy analyst.
Okay. And you?
I was a project manager.
Okay, so you all left your jobs and a benefits package.
Yeah.
My 401k, my business.
Yeah. But you know what? If you got to believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, no one else does. And you had such great success. Let's talk about that Gulf Coast sound. Because so many times we pigeon people into a sound, you know, when they're musicians. You just created your own thing.
Well, we just made the sound of Houston. You can't pigeonhole the sound of Houston. We
Right.
have Latino styles, we have rock, we have country, we have Zydeco, we have all that. We kind of mix it all together, and it's Houston.
Yeah, and life on the road, what's that like with such a big band? And by the way, what I love about this is that it reminds me of the 70s where you had musicians who really had to play instruments, right? And so you got your own band there, there's no other stuff put in there. To travel on the road, you're in a 15-passenger van.
Yeah. I pray a lot.
You pray a lot. You pray a lot. But it makes it work. You got newlyweds in the band and the whole bit. Let's do roll call real quick if you could, starting over here with the saxophone player. Corey. Michael Roser.
John Durbin.
John Durbin.
Nick Zamora.
Nick Zamora.
Kevin Bernier.
Kevin Bernier.
Pat Kelly.
Pat Kelly, he played with me on Little Shop of Horrors. So, all right, okay, right over here. Okay. Chappie. All right, just Chappie. You know you're cool when your name is just Chappie, right? All right, tell us about this new self-titled LP, The Suffers. Or not The Sufferers, right? The Suffers, so self-titled. And the thing that's so nice about the influences that you have in this band, coming from everywhere, the African music beats, the Latino beats, you know, all types of stuff, is that it can be different every time.
Oh, yeah,
So
definitely.
you seasoned it a little bit different this time?
Yeah. Just a little bit. As far as the record's concerned, it's 10 songs, and I like to describe it as love advice for clueless people. My lyrics are very simple, very easy to understand, but they come direct from the heart, and I feel as though there's some people that they want to say how they feel, whether it be good or bad, and sometimes it's really hard to explain it, and I feel like we make the type of music that you don't really need anything too complicated to describe it. You just feel it when you hear it.
It's not complicated, but you give it the phrasing that makes it really cool.
Yeah.
All right. We know that the Grammys are coming up, right? So I'm sure that next year, you all will be nominated for a Grammy. And let me get you on recorded right now. Before you go off to the Grammys, will you come back and see us?
I feel like you got me saying this last time.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But this time okay. We'll just re-rack that one.
If we're here, we will.
Then you're here. All right. You can get the Sufferers' new LP on iTunes and check them out on their website. We've got a link at greatdayhouston.com, as we mentioned. It's just the worldwide release is today, and thank you so much for releasing it here at home.
Thank you so much for having us.
We'll hear them a little bit later on. Up next, you can get things rocking with the Sufferers music, but what clothes will you be rocking for your Valentine's Day? Fashions that are the perfect fit for your situation.